What is up, guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jordan, and I am your host. Yes. Okay. So this is actually the very first video in my business vlog series. So this is a bit of an introductory video. So I'm going to be explaining what Cosmic Sweet Treats Bakery is. I'm pretty much going over how the business works, how you can place an order. I'm definitely going to get into a lot of business stuff. So this is part of my business vlog series. I will have other vlog videos. I'm still trying to play around and figure out how I'm going to playlist everything. Just so I can make sure that everything is separated, so that way you guys can easily find my content. So this is the first business vlog episode. There will be many more because I will have updates on just about everything. I'm also going to include recipes, tips, and tricks, and even business tips and tricks on this channel. Mainly just things that I've learned personally for me. I don't want to gatekeep any information, and there's a lot of new stuff going around, a lot of stuff changing constantly. So I'm trying to stay on top of that. Make sure that, I'm knowledgeable, make sure I know what I'm talking about so that way I don't steer you guys in the wrong direction. But as a small business owner, there's a lot that goes into it, and you can easily make mistakes. So I have my little iPad over here ready with my notes and everything that we're going to go over. So to start off, let me introduce the business. So my name is Jordan. Okay. I am currently a culinary student at Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts. I'm in the food entrepreneurship. I can't even talk. I'm in the food entrepreneurship program. So this program goes over all types of food business, but I'm also training as a chef as well. So there is cooking involved. My program in specific is the 2-year program, so it's the associate's degree program. They also have diploma programs as well. There are about a year, I think. I'm going for the associates, so I didn't really dive into the diploma aspect too much, but I'm in my 2nd year. I'm actually going to graduate in March of 2027, so very soon. And I even started an externship in January and February of next year. So I'm part of the way through my program already. I'm already in my 2nd year, and I'm actually about to start my next 2 courses tomorrow. My course is about 6 weeks, each course. And I'd have to go back and look, but I've had so many courses already. And how it starts out is you have 1, and then you complete that for 6 weeks, and then you have 2, same thing, and then 1, and then 2. Now this summer, because I am in the associates program, it's starting to ramp up a little bit, so I'm going to have 2 classes every 6 weeks for at least the next 3-4 months. So I have a lot of work to do, a lot, and I'm learning a lot. I definitely highly recommend that people look into the school. I will definitely go over that a heck of a lot more. This is my first video, so I just kind of want to make sure that I get everything out so that way you guys know. But over time, I will definitely be talking about my school a lot. But for anyone interested, it's called Auguste Escoffier. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's the best I could do. But it's Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts. I probably butchered that, but it's okay. They have online programs, and they also have in-person programs. They have a school in Colorado, in Boulder, and they also have one here in Texas, in Austin. I'm actually an hour away. I do my courses online, of course, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And it's just a little easier because me and my husband are still kind of new to Texas. We've been here about a year, going on 2. So we're still getting into the groove of things, having to, just start over in a new place and stuff like that. So it's a little easier right now. But it's a great program. I have no complaints, none at all whatsoever. I absolutely love my school and the resources. I mean, from the people to the tools you have access to, it's just amazing. And I will probably go into that further because, like I said, this is the introductory video, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about school. But I did want to let you guys know I am a culinary student. But Cosmic Sweet Treats Bakery was originally JoJo's Sweets and Treats, and I started this about 10 years ago when I was pregnant with my firstborn. I was a first-time mom. I was excited. I wanted to find other ways to make money outside of, just getting a job. I wanted to do something that I love to do that was creative, something that I could really put my all into because I'm a very creative person. And honestly, I have to say, out of all the small business projects I've started, this one has probably been the most successful. I've had to relaunch it a few thousand times, and I relaunched it again just recently last year, revived it. And this is about a 10-year-old business here, so I figured, you know what? There's potential here. I've never had any issues. The only issues was staying consistent and keeping up with it, because I would start and then stop and then start and stop a lot over the years. But I finally decided I would revive it and relaunch it last year, mainly due to the fact that I am in a culinary program, and I am studying food entrepreneurship. So business is a huge aspect of that. But it originally was JoJo's Sweets and Treats. I did recently change the name because I have kind of a whole business theme. I have other small business projects that involve things not food related, like beauty, for example. I do have a beauty channel on here. I used to make beauty products and stuff like that. I can still do it, and I still do it every now and again, but I kind of put it to the side for now to focus on culinary. It's something that I do every single day. I cook every day. I've been cooking for quite some time, since I was like 7 years old. So a bit of a deeper passion for it here, because it's just a huge part of my life, food, so gotta go where home is. So I've transformed everything about this business from where it started to where it is now based off of all the things that I'm learning in school. So everything is really beginning to come together and start to run smoothly. But Cosmic Sweet Treats Bakery, because I did just add the bakery part. It was originally just Cosmic Sweet Treats for quite some time. But I did add the bakery part because I am a registered cottage food vendor here in Texas. And so I am running a micro bakery out of my home kitchen. So that is where Cosmic Sweet Treats Bakery comes from. So what I offer is scratch-made, fresh, baked goods and treats as well, because I do dip treats like dipped Rice Krispies and cereal bars. I'm going to do some seasonal candies at some point, like fudge and caramel. But mainly, I want to say what I do the most of is baked goods. So I offer cookies, brownies. I'm going to offer cakes here soon. I just baked a banana bread recipe yesterday, 2 different types, absolutely delicious. So I'm thinking about incorporating quick breads or loaf cakes into my menu. I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. I'm doing a lot of market research to make sure that my prices align correctly with the amount of time and effort that I'm putting into this. I also wanted to reflect like actual bakery prices. Because my menu is bakery style. So because I am training as a chef, I do know how to read professional, but also consumer recipes. So a consumer recipe is something that you would typically find on like a food blog or curated on the internet by Google. And the wording is a little differently. A professional recipe goes into great detail. So because I know how to read both recipes, I'm able to expand my versatility a little bit. So I've chosen to go with a bakery style menu, use bakery style recipes. So what I've done is curated a list of different bakery style recipes that you could find in your local bakery. So the way that cookies are done, the way the cakes are done. I'm going to start incorporating pastries at some point. I do have, it's not on my website just yet because I do have a website, I'll go over that. But I do have like cinnamon rolls on my menu, things of that nature. But what I'm going to start doing is incorporating a lot of things that you'd find in a bakery. Because, well, if I'm going to be a micro bakery, I have got to be a micro bakery, right? So what I offer is different bakery style goods. So like 4-ounce cookies, 6-ounce specialty cookies. I'm going to very, very soon start incorporating bento cakes or lunchbox cakes. They're 4-inch, usually about 1 layer. I haven't decided if I'm going to do 1 layer or 2 layer. I think just 1 layer for now. But I'm going to incorporate those into my menu here very, very soon. Very small, 4-inch little cakes. Easily feed 1 to 2 people. I'm going to end up having individual cinnamon rolls. And my menu rotates monthly. So I'm going to have different flavors. But what I have on my menu will probably stay the same, but the flavors will rotate. So I will always have cookies. I will always have brownies. I will always have like cinnamon rolls. I'm going to start incorporating breads at some point, fresh bread. I'm doing a lot of extensive research on sourdough starter, so that way I can start making bread. Soon I'm going to add fresh made tortillas, because I've already done that, and they come out so delicious, buttery, flaky, like they just melt in your mouth. They're perfect. Things like that. So I'm going to start incorporating like breads, pastries, all kinds of stuff that you would find at your local bakeries. And I'm going to try to be a little versatile with my menu, so that way I have different types of options, different types of recipes, different types of flavors. As I explore food more in my program, I'm starting to really build like a taste profile for the things that I cook or even bake. So, oh my gosh, like the amount of work that I'm putting in is it's just amazing. It's lovely to actually see my education benefit me in my life, and fit in, where it belongs. It's great. It's really great. So that is brief, but that is kind of like the gist of what I offer on my menu and what I do. So because this is an introductory video, I'm not going to go on too long, because there are other things I do want to get to, because I did want to discuss some of the things that I have coming up. So I'm starting to expand more and more and more as far as my business plans go, so that way I can really start to structure and organize how I run things. I even have a floor plan for how my kitchen is going to be set up. When I'm done recording this, I'm actually going to go in there and rearrange my kitchen again for the millionth time, just so I have everything in its place and ready to go when I need to, so that way I can work efficiently, make sure things are clean, make sure things are put away or where I can find them. I've created an entire like formatted business layout, like a floor plan of my kitchen. I have a ton of guides that I've created to use to help me structure like my workflow around my schooling, also around my parenting, because I am a stay-at-home mom. So I need to be able to do everything all at once. So that's a little bit of what I've been working on lately. I'm finally getting to the YouTube. It's difficult trying to manage like so many different social media platforms and trying to post to everything and stay consistent it's crazy. And I have a lot of scheduling apps that will help me schedule these things and post them. It's just madness trying to get everything together. But what you can expect from this channel and from future vlogs is updates on my bakery growth, how things are going, what I'm doing to expand, equipment that I may be, acquiring or replacing, things like that. I'm going to be talking a lot about food, for sure. I'm going to go over a ton of recipes. I'm also going to share recipes on here as well. I do have a food blog on WordPress. I also have one on Tumblr. I will link all of that stuff below, so that way you guys can check all of that out. I do have all of my socials and other links on my channel, so that way you can actually click on it and go to it. I do believe I have my website on there, but I'm not 100% sure. I've added my website since I published it to quite a few of my social platforms. I just don't think I've added it to the YouTube yet, so that'll be down there as well. And I'm local to Temple, Texas. So anyone watching this who's in Temple, Texas, and you'd like to try my treats or my goods or check me out and see what I'm about, go right ahead. But yeah, there's gonna be a ton of food content. I'm also gonna be talking about my website. I have a website that I built through Square, because I've been using Square for years. I think I started using Square with this treat business. Being that it was the first thing that I did start as a side project, my first ever like business idea, I do believe it is where I started using Square. So I've been using it for the last 10 years. And I've created multiple websites, but I only have one up, of course, right now. Actually, technically I have two. My nail one is still up. I just haven't checked it in a while. But neither here nor there. So I operate through Square, and I will be showing you guys a little bit of that as well. So I have some extra video that I'm going to be including in, where you can kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes of how I set up my business structure. I'm also right now in the middle of putting together a Google Classroom, so that way I can build an entire like organized training. For right now, it's for personal use, so that way I can get myself structured and organized, so that way I can put my thoughts into place and how I want everything to work and the function and the flow. So a lot of it is going to be used for my own personal use, but eventually I'm going to use it for training purposes. So I'm going to include a little bit of video of that. I'm still in the middle of it. I'm not quite done, but I have put in a lot of work. So I will be including video of that. And a little bit of some behind the scenes of how I did my website. You know, I'm going to include some video of my Square site, like my account, my dashboard, what that looks like, and how I operate. And then I'm also going to include a clip of my website, so that way you can see what it looks like and how to order, what the ordering page looks like, where to go. I also have my policies up there. I have a gallery where you can see some of my treats. Well, not some of, but a lot of. I also have it hooked up to my Instagram, so you can also see my Instagram feed on there as well, I believe. I know you can definitely see it on my WordPress blog. So I have a lot of platforms. I have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I have a Reddit. I'm still working on that. Mainly because I'm still in the process of food blogging for the first time. I just had a food blogging course that I did. So I'm putting all that knowledge to good use and work now. But that's how I created my WordPress blog, through my class. So now I have a live WordPress blog that I'm actively using and posting to. And I already have, I want to say, about 5 or 6 recipes up there already that anyone can easily go check out. I will link that as well, so that way you can go check that out. But this is part of the expansion that I'm planning and doing, because I want to have multiple streams of income. Kind of, you know, create versatility for myself here. So there will be a blog, you know, where you can actively get as many of the free recipes as I post up there. I am personally not going to charge for my recipes, mainly because you can do what I did, which is do the research, find these recipes on Google, and go and create your own recipe from there. I get a lot of my recipes from Google or from class. And what I do is I go in and I curate the ingredients to fit what I want to do with it. So that's how I make the recipes my own. I go and I change them up a little bit and do things differently. I usually look up base recipes, so that way I can kind of start from scratch and just build upon that, and, you know, do different flavor profiles, you know, experiment with different ingredients. But I'm not going to charge you to do what I did, which was research and reading. I mean, I got a lot of these ideas even from school. So I'm not going to charge you for that. Now, however, eventually at some point I will be putting together a cookbook that I do want to sell. But as far as it goes, like recipes and how I do certain things, that is all going to be on my blog. Now, not every recipe that's on my blog is actually on my menu. Sometimes I just make things that honestly just sounded good, and so I want to share the recipe. There's going to be things up there that have been on my menu but aren't any longer. I've been doing a lot of taste testing and recipe testing to make sure that I can get an idea of like kind of what I want to do, and I've already decided on the things that I like to do most, which is cookies for sure, cakes. I love cinnamon rolls. I don't know what it is about bread or bread-like foods. Oh my god. My god. But things like that. So you can access all that information for free on my blog. Eventually I will be adding digital products though. I'm going to be starting up a few different label designs, so that way I can start customizing labels for you guys. That way all the work is done for you. All you have to do is buy the template, download it. You can put it in your Canva or what other software platform that you use, and easily edit it, make it your own. Everything is already done. It's already got all the designs, the colors, everything. You just need to type in what you want to say, and then bam, you got your labels. So that is something I do plan to do at some point, some digital products, mainly like templates for just business related things. So, you know, labels, packaging, templates, you know, full packaging sticker templates, because I haven't dived into custom packaging just yet. I'd love to do that, but not right now. I'm also going to have templates for logos as well, because I created my own logo. So I'm going to incorporate a few digital products that can be purchased. However, the flip side to this, part of this business vlog series is going to be me showing you guys how I do things. So eventually I'm going to incorporate into this vlog series how I create everything. So how I do my labels, how I did my logo, how I make my business documents. I make a lot of business documents. Another digital service, digital product service that I'm going to offer at some point. If you need custom business documents, I've got you. Man, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that I'm planning, but those are things that I'm going to expand on over time. I'm also working on a monthly newsletter. I actually already have my first one ready to go, ready to be sent out when people start signing up. And then eventually I'm going to start planning more and more. I even have a guide for it already. I've been sitting around putting together a lot of business guides. That's another thing I'm going to talk about a lot on this vlog series for the business updates. How important it is to take notes. You want to take a lot of notes. You want to make sure you write everything down. That is the only way to really get organized with your thoughts. I mean, even if it looks chaotic because you have 1,000 pieces of paper everywhere, to be honest with you, for me personally, because I'm ADHD, that's normal for me. So that's how I organize. It might not actually be organized, but that's how I organize. But yeah, you really want to take notes. Like I have my notes over here to the side on my tablet just so I can stay on track. Because I am like all over the place. Like, let me tell you, if I didn't sit down and actually put together guides and notes, I wouldn't even know what to do half of the time because my brain is literally all over the place. And that is also another thing that I am probably going to share a lot of on this channel and throughout the various vlogs. Now, technically, I'm going to have just one big vlog for the channel, but I'm going to break it down into different playlists and sections. So, like, there will be business updates. So this is a business vlog. Then I'll have, like, a lifestyle one, a baking one, you know. It's realistically just one, but with various categories, you know. But if I didn't get all of this, or I swear, I'd be so all over the place. And one of the biggest things I am going to talk about quite a bit throughout every video I put on here is mental health, and more specifically ADHD. And anyone who does have it, like I do, that's trying to manage it, like I do. Because, oh my gosh, if I don't write down my thoughts, I swear they are everywhere. Like if I did not put what I needed to in my notes, it wouldn't even be on topic right now. Okay? Like at all. So I'm definitely going to break down how important it is to really get your business organized through these business videos. I'm also going to go over how I use my social platforms, what platforms I use, what they look like. Now, obviously, I know you guys know what Instagram, TikTok, and all that looks like, but I mean like what my specific pages look like. I'm also going to show a video of the blog at some point. I'm going to go over that, the newsletter. For this video, I will be including video of my Google Classroom process, as well as my website and my dashboard, and a few other videos as well. Just so you can get an idea of the behind the scenes of how I literally do everything. I'll eventually go into even more detail how I set up everything. It's just a lot. I'm in the process of this right now, organizing it so that way I can tell you how I do this, because I'm just so all over the place, and I do everything in a random order. I can make a list 1 through 10, and I will start at number 5 and then jump to number 2, and then next thing you know, I'm on number 7 on the list, and it just does not happen in order at all. So there's that. But there's going to be a lot that you can expect from this channel. There's going to be all kinds of stuff, from business updates to when I do events and pop-ups. I haven't quite gotten into that yet. I'm still looking into the flea market here in Temple. I just need a few more supplies. Like I need a canopy, and I do need a bigger table, because the fold-up table I have is perfect for just me to sit at. You know, I mean, technically you can probably sit about 4 people at it from each side, but I just visually, I don't know, maybe it's just how my brain's wired. I'm looking at it like that's just, I need a bigger table. Something just a little bigger, so I have space, you know, so that way, like, I can have room to spread everything out, you know, because I want to do a nice display. And plus, when I do plan to do pop-ups, events, or flea markets, I want to have individually wrapped items. So I need to make sure I've got a big enough table to display all that. Yeah. So there's a few supplies I still have to get that I will be getting over time. There's a lot of things I'm going to be getting over time. So you'll see that on the vlog as well. The equipment that I acquire over time, the various ingredients that I use. Right now I'm putting together, because I'm going to get a few more things that I need, like baking wise, as far as cakes, but I'm putting together like a whole curated list of things that I've needed, honestly, for school and just for this house in general. So over time, I will start to show, like, when I get a new mixer, because I have one currently, but I would like to get a KitchenAid mixer. I already have a baking rack, but I'd like to get a bigger one, some shelving. I have a whole floor plan mapped out for current layout and then for future layout, because I do plan to get a deep freezer here soon, so that way I can store things a little easier, because my fridge is often full of prepped ingredients. And when it comes to needing to make sure that I have the groceries that I use for my day-to-day use, I need to make sure there's room. So having all of my prepped baking ingredients in the fridge can be a little hectic sometimes. So I'm getting a deep freezer. There's a lot of things I'm going to be upgrading. I already have a ton of pans, but I plan to get even more cookware. There's going to be a ton of things that I do add over time. But I kind of want to start to wrap this up a little bit, so that way I can get to the other videos, because I'm going to go record a voiceover. So that way, you know, you guys can get an idea of like how I organized pretty much everything I just told you about. But before I end this, I do want everyone to know that this is the very first video in the vlog series. It's a business vlog. But please check me out on social media. It's Cosmic Sweet Treats 16 on Instagram, TikTok. I'll have all of that linked. But you can easily look me up even here on YouTube, Cosmic Sweet Treats. I am going to change the name on here. I haven't gotten to it yet. So eventually it will have the bakery part included. But for right now, it just says Cosmic Sweet Treats YouTube channel. You know. But all of that will be set up. All of that will be in the link. I will also put in the link to my website if anyone would like to check that out. I'll put the link to my blog if anyone would like to check that out. There will be more videos. So even if this one kind of seems like short or all over the place, this is just the first video. So, and I'm not trying to be perfect. And to be honest with you, this is a lot of work. I mean, I've had cameras that I could have used for ages now, and I have not gotten around to making any of these videos. Like ever. I use my phone every single day. I take pictures every single day. And this is the first time I'm sitting down to record this video. So, anyone else out there who is lagging a little bit, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I don't. Because I just got to it. And plus, this is going to be the first video on the channel, because the only thing I have up there right now is a short. So this video will be up there as well. But there will be far more updates, far more behind the scenes. I'm also going to do cooking videos where I actually bake this stuff for you guys to watch. You'll see all the ingredients, everything I use, how I do my process. I'm just waiting a little bit for that because I need another table for my kitchen, not just for events, but for my kitchen. And I'm looking into a workbench type of table, or a metal work table, like a kitchen one. But yeah, I need another table, because the one that I'm currently using, it is against my wall. I can move it anywhere I'd like to. Eventually I'm going to organize the top of that table. Well, actually I have to go in there and organize it after I'm done recording. But I can move it around. It's a lot. It's a lot. Everything has its place. It's in its place. And I'm just trying to maneuver things so that way it's easier for me. But once I get in there and reorganize my kitchen based off my floor plan, it'll probably be a lot easier. So I will try to get to the cooking videos very, very soon, actually. Because I'm going to just go ahead and use the table that I already have. It's just I want one that's a little higher up, so that way when I do my video recordings, I can stand versus sit. That's another reason why I need to replace it. Well, not replace it, sorry, get another one. Because, yeah, it's a low table, and I'm tall. And, you'd see a lot of like hunching over and bending down if I use that table for behind the scenes cooking videos, or you'd see me sitting, and that is not like at all comfortable when it comes to having to mix ingredients, you know, sitting and, you know, and sitting there like this, and just, no, but I will try to work on it though, because there are some recipes I can actually sit down at the table and make, because it doesn't require me to do a whole lot. But it'll probably be a lot of finished product videos for now, and prep or packaging videos. I'm really working on getting that table that I need so I can do work with me videos. So that way you can actually see the treats that I'm making, see how I do everything, and not just have to hear me talk about it. You can actually see it. So I do want to do tutorials in some of my recipes. I already have a bunch that are like really good, but there's quite a few that are like my favorite to make. And just like the way I do cookies, I'm going to end up doing a video on my cookies pretty soon, because I actually already have some dough prepped. So it's probably just going to be a cookie video where I'm talking about the cookies. You might see some behind the scenes as far as like me balling it up, you know, measuring it out, or weighing it, I should say, and then putting it on the pan and then baking it. There's one in specific I actually want to do a video for. It's my Biscoff cookies, because I know it's popular, but it's not something that I've eaten a whole lot, you know, so that's still kind of like a new flavor and taste to me. So, and to me, personally, I think it kind of tastes like graham crackers. I feel like it would be perfect, like the Biscoff cookie butter, like just perfect in between, sandwiched in between two freaking graham crackers, like, and specifically the cinnamon and sugar graham crackers, like just sandwich that, and I swear to God, just heaven. Anyway, that's just what it tastes like to me, and I just think those two could work perfectly together. But that was my favorite cookie to make. My cookie dough recipe in general is kind of my favorite to make, because I do a bakery style cookie dough that incorporates exactly what you would find at a bakery, and they come out so soft. Oh, my cookies don't harden anymore, and I'm so happy. Oh my God, they last so much longer in the soft stage. Oh Jesus, I don't have to worry about a hard ass cookie just hours after I bake it. Oh my God. It's another reason why I'm doing a lot of research, which again, I will probably talk about that more as well. There's going to be a lot of YouTube education on here from me, so you guys can expect that. I'm going to be talking to you guys about a lot of tips and tricks. Like that cookie recipe. I'm going to get to making that video for you guys, so that way I can go over it, because oh my gosh, they come out so soft. Like the cookies that you can buy at the freaking grocery store that are like soft as heck for like days. Oh my, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. But anyway, that is it for this section. Okay. I'm going to get to adding in all the other videos, so that way you guys can get an idea of how I've been organizing the last couple of days and just in general. So get ready for that. And I'll try to slow it down a little bit and explain as much as I can, but it's a voiceover, so bear with me. All right? All right. Cool. Now let's get to this behind the scenes. All right, guys. So here's the behind the scenes for how I put together my Google Classroom. So I have about 10 modules that go from introduction all the way through tech and development. So here I'm creating various slides to put in each module. And what I did was I organized each slideshow that I made by the title of the module. So for production, I have a production slide. For my online sales and website, I have a slide for that as well. Here, I'm putting together my if I believe correctly, this is my workflow slide. So here you can see me going through, adding everything that I need to add, and then putting it into the module. So for this specific module right here, this is my social media module. So this is pretty much a slide going through the various social media platforms that I use, the various business tools that I use and how I use them. I have several blogs, 3, 2 of which I'm currently working on. A Tumblr blog and then a WordPress blog. So that is something that I actually created during one of my courses for school. So it is up, it is live, and I do have it in my link tree connected to every social media platform that I use. So I use TikTok, I use Instagram, I use Facebook. I do use Threads every now and again, but I don't really post as regularly as I probably should. But I still use that. I also have Tumblr, which I think I mentioned that already. I do have Reddit. It's not set up yet, but it will be. So right here is my Square dashboard. So up there in the corner, it says Galactic Grub Hut / Cosmic Sweet Treats. So eventually I will have a whole other eatery called Galactic Grub Hut. So this is one account for everything. And this right here is my Square dashboard. It's just a quick little overview. This is my website where you can actually go to order, where you can see my gallery, my policy, my hours. You can even sign up for my monthly newsletter that I am actually working on. I will include a behind the scenes on that eventually. But this is my ordering page. And then this is my gallery with all of the different treats that I've made over time. You can see that. And this is my policy page, where you can find my operation policy, my pickup policy, and even my certifications down there at the bottom. I also have a catering request page and a gift card page for anyone who's interested. This right here is a quick little video of the 10 modules that I have in my Google Classroom. So as you can see, I have everything literally broken down section by section, just so it's easier. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, or at least got a little bit of information out of it. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, everything you possibly can, so that way I can get my name out there. I'm trying to push myself through the algorithm more, so that way you guys can start seeing more of me. But thank you for those of you who stuck around, for those of you who watched, for those of you who enjoyed everything. You're welcome to leave any comments, questions, anything. Okay? Thank you again. And I shall be back with a new video here soon. Okay? Peace out, guys.